everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today gonna be chill. We are just sipping coffee from my Slytherin mug. Shout out to all you Slytherins. Used to be ashamed of it, but now I just am embracing it. I love being a Slytherin. Anyways, we're just drinking coffee and talking about how I got a 4.0 my first semester at college, which is actually crazy. I don't know how I did it, but I will be telling you things that helped me to actually do it. I take pride in my grades. I really am a tryhard and I just love being good at school. And even if you're not good at school, I think everyone has the ability to try their best and work hard and achieve the grades that they want. Let me know if you have any more specific questions. These are just things that worked for me, and I am excited that I get to make this video because I really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to make this video, but I'm really proud of myself and you guys can do it too. So without further ado, let's get started. So college is very different from high school classes, and the one thing that happens in every college class that basically never happened in high school is the syllabus. So when I was watching other videos like this, everyone says that there's this thing called syllabus week, where it's the first week of a semester where you basically don't do anything but you just get the syllabus. That didn't really happen for me. Like, there were assignments and stuff like right off the bat. There was no syllabus week where people like partied. It was just like work from the get-go. My advice to you is when you get your syllabus, get your planner or wherever you write down your assignment. First of all, if you don't have a planner, what are you doing with your life? Like, how do you keep track of all of your assignments? You may think you can do it up here, but you can't. The tip is like self-explanatory, but please just get a planner. For me, I have a planner where I write everything down in, and then halfway throughout the semester I was like, I'm not using this anymore, so I just started writing it all down in my calendar on your phone. It's super easy and fun to do, but there are plenty of calendar apps, planning apps, or if you like something tangible, just get a planner and write everything down, color code, whatever works for you, but just make sure you're writing everything down. I would take at least like a couple hours to sit down in the library, put all of your syllabuses in front of you, and write down every single assignment and its due date. Personally, I find this fun, but I'm kind of weird. So if you don't find it fun, just make yourself do it, and you will thank yourself later when it's the middle of the semester and there's so much going on and you don't know what to do. Instead of going through every syllabus, you have it all written down in your planner or on your phone. So make sure you do that. That definitely helped me stay organized. College is more serious than high school, obviously, so please just sit in the front row. I know in high school a lot of times people would feel like self-conscious about sitting in the front row, but just don't do that. I was talking to my friend that goes to Duke, and apparently he got there 20 minutes earlier and all the front row seats were already taken. Smart kids, take the front row seat, because if you take the front row, your professor will know that you are in there to learn, you mean business, and you want to do well. It is so much easier to listen to what the professor is saying, understand them, see what's on the board, ask them questions, all of that stuff when you're sitting in the front row and they can see you. I sat in the front row for every single one of my classes, and it definitely helped me a lot. Also, this is self-explanatory, but pay attention in class. A lot of people don't, and they're like, oh, I'll just figure it out later. But no, you're in class to learn. No, don't talk. Pay attention, and if something doesn't make sense, raise your hand. Be annoying. Ask as many questions as you want, because you're paying a lot of money to go to school. Let me tell you, I'm not going to pay that much money to go to school and then not understand what's going on. So I ask a ton of questions. When I don't understand, even if it's something like so simple, I will raise my hand. I don't care about sounding stupid, because 9 times out of 10 somebody else has the exact same questions. I am there for me, not for anyone else, and that's what you guys should do too. If you have a question, just ask. The next one is really important. It's building a rapport with your teacher. At the end of the first class, walk up to your professor, shake their hand, introduce yourself, be that like annoying person that just walks up and like, hi, like, I'm so excited to be in your class, blah 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 blah. They really always appreciate it when people do this, and they're more likely to give you the benefit of the doubt when something goes wrong. Also, like, talk to them on a Monday, ask them how their weekend was. They're like people too, and they love talking about themselves. Build a rapport, get to actually know them, and it could be useful when you need letters of rec down the line, because you still need them in college if you're going on study abroad trips, or if you're looking for a job, internship, grad school. You're gonna need letters of rec. So build a rapport with your teachers, and they're actually so funny and just amazing people. I keep on saying teachers, but I mean professors. So get to know them, you won't regret it. Okay, take this one with a grain of salt, but read the textbook. I love reading. I learn from reading, so I always read the textbook, and a lot of people don't. 9 times out of 10 people don't read the textbook, but if you do, you have an advantage over everyone. So I would read it. You will probably do better on the test when your professor asks that random question that nobody knows the answer to, but you do because you read the book. Go to office hours. Professors have office hours for a reason. I probably went to my professor's office hours like not as much as I should have, but if you have questions, just go. I went to my one professor's office hours like 3 times this semester, which is actually more than I think anyone else in my class did. Honestly, some people go like every week. Just go if you have questions. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Also, look at the resources that your school provides. Mine provides like free tutoring, I think, and there's a lot of resources that you can use to help you on papers. I use them. Even though I probably could have done it fine by myself, I just always like to have a second opinion and get my papers read by people. So use resources and ask a friend to like read your paper. Always have multiple sets of eyes to look on your work before you submit it. Also, please don't study in your room. You can't focus in your room, especially if your roommate is there. Like, I personally, like, no, can't do it. Find a designated study spot that works for you. Maybe it's one that's open really late so you can go and spend a lot of time there, but definitely don't study in your room because you will get nothing done. Also, if you form study groups, I personally never like to form study groups because nothing gets done, but if you form them, make sure they're with people that you know will actually study and not distract you. If professors have optional classes or extra credit, do it. Even if it's dumb and you have an A in the class, just do it because it will help you build a better relationship with your professor, and you might need that extra credit down the line. One of my professors would always have optional classes the day before a test to go over any questions, and I always went. Even when I like knew everything, I just always went, and it always helped me. Next tip is do the homework. A lot of people just don't because it's not worth a ton of points, but the little points do add up. It can be a big pain, especially when you have so many other things going on, but please just do the homework. Work in advance and don't procrastinate. That paper is not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun for you right now, and it's certainly not gonna be fun for you to write the day before. The worst is when you let work pile up, and then you have so many, and then you have to prioritize and get the biggest assignment done first. But when you don't procrastinate and you look at the syllabus and you look at what you wrote down, you can get things done way ahead of time, and then you won't be stressing out when everyone else is. So please just don't procrastinate. Everyone knows it's a bad thing, but people still do it, especially in college, and I don't understand it because people have so much more free time in college. In high school, I would get up at 6 a.m. and I wouldn't go to bed till like 1 in the morning. The cycle would just repeat. Here, I like get up at like 8:30 and I go to bed at like 11 or 12. I think it's pretty great, honestly, and I have so much free time to do whatever I want. So in those free times, don't watch TV if you have homework. And the great thing about college is because you have that syllabus, there's literally always something to do. So just think about that in the back of your head when you want to watch Disney Plus or something. Be like, there's always something to do, so I might as well get it done. If you can get stuff done ahead of time, you will feel so good about yourself. It is so good to start the week knowing that you already did like all the homework. College is hard, school is hard, and one of the things that helped me with joining a lot of clubs and just keeping myself busy with things that don't have to do with academics. A big misconception is that in order to get good grades, you have to be focused on it all the time, which is kind of true, you do, but you also need to have breaks. So I'm in a sorority, I do jazz band, I do a business club, I work for the magazine on campus. I just keep myself really busy, and because of that, it's easier to manage my time. You need to have breaks in order to just like recuperate and get yourself ready for the next stretch of time you're gonna be doing work, and it's just mentally healthy and it will keep you sane to just relax have fun and just forget about homework and what you have to do for like a couple hours. But make sure you find that balance, because for a lot of people the balance is kind of flipped the other side, where they play too hard and don't work hard enough, or they work too hard and just don't have any time to relax. Join clubs and just have some time for yourself, but not too much time. You have to balance. And then my last tip is just don't stress, which is kind of impossible, but I find that I do my best when I just don't put a ton of pressure on myself. Originally going into the semester, I'm like, I have to get a 4.0. I will be a failure if I don't. If I had kept that mentality, I would have literally been failing school, because that's so much pressure to put on yourself. I just can't live with that pressure. If you do well under that stress, then you go. But I just can't do it. I told myself it is okay if I don't get a 4.0. It's okay if I get like all C's, as long as I'm just trying my best and I'm doing the best of my abilities and doing all that I know I can. And when I lifted that pressure, it became a lot easier to succeed and do well. Remember, you are not a failure, and your grades don't define who you are, but what does is your work habits and what you're actually doing. If you're trying your best, that's really all that matters. And those were a couple of tips that helped me get a 4.0. I'm really proud, really tired, really happy I can just not do school for a month. But in a month I will be ready to go and hopefully have another successful semester. Alright guys, let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!